how you assess it overnight?
Yeah, the boys are happy. We're in a good position as a team. Boys bowled really well this morning, and obviously pleased with how we batted tonight. And yeah, the boys are happy tonight. We're in a good position.
Just before I get to yours and Ben's knocks there, just a word on Ben Stokes as well. How delighted are you that you were able to count him as a fully fledged all-rounder again? He's really sort of coming with his own bowling again this series.
Yeah, phenomenal cricketer, and so good to have him in our team as a leader. And apart from his skills, it's just his attitude to keep coming and coming and coming. And yeah, he's just a phenomenal cricketer. And yeah, it's great to see him back bowling. He's a fantastic bowler. He goes under the radar, I think, and he bowled phenomenally well all series and got his rewards today.
You must be pleased with the runs you did get. Are you disappointed with the 16 you didn't, or are you just really pleased to sort of get a score on the ball?
Yeah, no, you always want more, and I don't think I've ever got out in my life and not been annoyed, and I was certainly annoyed today. And but then you can look back and reflect that I was pleased with how I played and some of the shots I hit and the start we got with Ducky. So obviously I'd have wanted 16, but no, I'd wanted 116 more. Do you know what I mean? You always want more, and that will never change. And yeah, I think Ducky would say the same. But he batted phenomenally well himself.
Was there an extra spring you step, a bit of a pep in you step after what happened at the Lords last week and the position you found yourself in that time wasting row?
No, not really. I didn't really think of too much about that at the time or even now. And yeah, we're just trying to play the game like it was the first game of the series. And yeah, like I say, we're happy with the position we're in as a team.
We'll go to the front here, Kevin, if that's all right, please. And then we'll go Vish, Sid, and then Stefan.
Like a couple of days ago, Shubman was here. He said that there was some fault from your side that as far as spirit of the game is concerned, you were 90 seconds late. He said that it was against the spirit of the game. Was that intentional from your side?
No, not at all. I sit in my spot until the umpires go out, and I saw the umpires go out and I walked out. I wasn't aware that we were 90 seconds late, but fair enough.
Vish in the corner, go ahead. By the window.
Hi Zach. Before the series, when we were talking to Ben about his bowling, he said he was looking back on that Cape Town spell in 2020 when you were in the cordon. I wondered if you saw similarities to, I suppose, how he's been bowling now and what he was back then, because he highlighted that as probably the last time he was able to bowl as he has done now.
Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't thought of that, but now you mentioned it, there are so many similarities to that pace-wise. He was bowling quickly back then. He's got that pace back now. And the way he just gets that away movement from the right-handers, that zip, which is as much as anyone in the world really, he gets that bounce, and yeah, he's a proper wicket taker, and he can make things happen, and that's certainly the case when I first came in the side back then, and he seems to have got that back now, which is a phenomenal effort considering the injuries he's had and the well, he's a little bit older now, so yeah, phenomenal effort.
I'm not sure if you know this, but a stat came out while you were batting, but against Cummins, Rabada, Umrah, Hazelwood and Stark, you averaged 53.76, so if they're all in the attack together, that's what you're putting on them. What is it about facing bowlers like that seems to, I suppose, bring a 53.76 out of you?
I'm not sure really. I mean, they're all quite quick bowlers, and I think that's always suited me, where I don't have to think too much. I can just react and play, and I think that's always suited me even from a young age, and I think it's just a lot of my practice goes before those games goes into those bowlers for sure, and it's certainly facing those great bowlers, it makes you a little bit sharper, and that's all I can think of. But I'm sure they've all definitely got me out at some point. So yeah, it's just it's nice to have that stat, but I certainly won't be resting on it for too long.
We'll go to Stefan, please.
What about it, Zach? I was just listening to what you're saying downstairs. You said that one of the things you've done today is not premeditate as much. Why were you premeditating previously?
Well, there are a whole host of reasons really, but you're always looking to put pressure on as a group. We talk about that a lot, is how are we going to put pressure on the bowlers, and I was perhaps just looking for that too much, how I was going to put pressure on them, and I feel like one of my strengths is that I can hit quite good balls for four with my height and my reach, and I felt like I hadn't allowed that to come out quite as much as of late, and I felt like this game I just wanted to react and play every ball on its merits, and I feel like I did that a little bit better today, and it was a nice pitch to bat on, and I managed to get a couple away. It was nice.
I think I'm right in saying that you don't do social media, and we know that this environment always backs you to the hill. I just wondered, do you ever put pressure on yourself? You know, if you've ever gone through a lean run, does some pressure come from internally?
Yeah, definitely. I have high standards for myself, and I work very hard at my game, and I always want more for myself, and I've certainly wanted more for myself than I've got in the last year or so, and that's just an internal thing, like you say. I don't feel that pressure from anyone else. I just feel like I owe it to myself to have a few more good performances, and it makes days like today, make the practice and the tougher times more worth it a bit more. And obviously, like I said, I wanted more runs today, but I feel like I've worked hard and earned those runs today.
We'll go to Will, please.
Right, you always seem like quite a calm, relaxed character, but I suppose India might say that you're the person who sparked this series into life and brought the needle out of this series. Are you somebody who really enjoys that needle and playing that kind of getting involved in the battle with the opposition?
Yeah, I've always enjoyed that part of cricket, to be honest, where it's especially when you're batting, it's 2 of you against 11, and they're desperate to get you out, and they're chirping you, and in a certain most of the time I'd probably let it slide, and then other times I feel like it's a good chance to put it back on them, and Lords was, I loved that little 8-minute passage. No one stepped over the line. I thought everyone was in good spirit. It was just competitive cricket, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
We'll go to Charlie next to Will, and then Matt.
You and Ben now average more than any other Open partnership since Strauss and Trescothick. I just wondered what it is that you like about batting with him.
I like how good he is. He's a phenomenal player, and he takes a lot of pressure off me, and he scored, like even today, he just scored a run of ball so effortlessly, and it allows you to go about your business. And we talk a lot in the middle about how we want to go about it, and obviously our height difference and being right hand obviously probably makes it quite hard for the bowlers at times when we're both going well at either end. So I love batting with him, and hopefully that continues.
And then Matt, and then one more to finish. Go ahead, Matt.
Zak, you spoke downstairs about trying to feel as relaxed as possible. Can you just tell us a bit about how you try and get yourself into that space, particularly off the back of a couple of quieter test matches personally? Yeah,
that starts a couple of days ago in training, and just trying to take the tension out of my body when my batting, and just little things that little triggers that you have in the middle that make you feel relaxed, whether it be walking slower or anything like that. But I'd certainly feel at my best when my body feels relaxed, and I managed to do that quite well today. I didn't perhaps do that as well. Certainly didn't do it as well as Edgbaston. I was absolutely knackered when we were batting there, so it was pretty hard to be fully sharp there. But I did it much better today, and I was happy with that.
And last one here, please.
Zak, when something like Rishabh Pant happens here, comes on with one foot in here, how difficult is it to stick to your plans, keep your focus there? Because that thing tends to overshadow everything when someone comes up like that and bats like that. How difficult is it to keep your focus on the game and stick to your plans, and then get the switch on and switch off?
Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, especially because he's such a talent. Normally, people in the world would be able to come out and bat like he did today on 1 foot. So, the plans probably slightly change when a guy's got a broken foot, and that can be tricky in itself because you've got all those plans before that you have for him. But obviously it was tricky. We didn't know quite at the start where to put the field in terms of, is he going to be able to run a 2, or is it, so we had to change and adapt. But I thought we did that quite well, and we finished the innings off quite quickly, so we were happy.
Brilliant. Cheers, Zak.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.